my God, child, bang! So, when Kern was like, yeah, play if you want to, Mr. Darby boy, we know that was you. We know that was your pickle on the internet. We know this. And Ashley stood so proud and was like, that is not my husband. That is not my husband's pickle. Girl, when's the last time you saw your husband's pickle? I want to know who could look at a picture of a pickle and be like, oh yeah, that's my pickle. I can't do it. I couldn't do it. The only thing that would make me say, okay, all right, I know this pickle, is if like maybe the size or maybe if it had a curve. But it's like so many pickles out there. Like, how do you know a pickle? Like when you see like pickle pictures, okay? But anyway, y'all, if y'all haven't heard, now, you know, I told y'all like a while back that somebody had a picture of Ashley Darby's husband, you know, down there to the Australia or the England or the UK or something like that. And they were saying that he was sending them pictures out to another man, right? You know, Kern put it out there. Kern was like, Ashley, go over there, bobblehead, and sit down and worry about who your husband showing his pickle to. She was like, no, it's not my pickle. So anyway, child, what had happened was the Real Housewives of Potomac crew had found out, oh, not only do Mr. Darby have a pickle, but he need extra pickles in his life. That's what the hell the kiki is. And see, the only reason why I'm like, the only reason why I'm like, check, is because when you do dirty, what did Nene Leak say? You never win when you play dirty. Ashley, bitch. You need to stop worrying about Kern's bankruptcy and Mr. Huger's problem. Because remember on the Real Housewives of Potomac reunion, Mr. Huger, a Libra, said, Michael, you don't want me to say your business, Michael, because you had financial problems too, Michael. I said, you better tell it, because that man was in there crying. You know why he was over there crying, looking all red like his eyes was about to cry? Because he knew that he went back there to the crew in the damn green room and tried to squeeze on one of them people's butts. And the people ran to the supervisor and said, Mr. Darby touched me. And see, let me tell you what the problem is. Gay men are always categorized as promiscuous, you know. They're always, you know, it's just a blanket statement that people think that all gay men just want to screw all the time, want to frig all the time, and you know, just just nasty, not as in disgusting, but like, let's get busy, you know what I'm saying? Like, men are that's what they say, men are disgusting, you know, like, with that's the stigma with gay men, unfortunately. So what I assumed Mr. Darby was so full of himself that day that whether or not he knew or felt as if that crew member was gay or not, he tried it. He was attracted to that crew member and he friggin' tried it. So from what I understand also with this situation is that in August, a restraining order was, the court was petitioned for a restraining order for the victim, but it was not granted. But the charges is there. Okay, so they get right give Mr. Darby, he can get anywhere up to 11 years or starting from 11 years. We're looking at a number of 11 years. Now, that should teach you. That's why his ass was on the Real Housewives of Potomac fitting to cry, because he knew that he was back there grabbing on pickles that wasn't his, and he went on stage and he was like, oh God, I'm gonna cry. Jesus, I'm crying. I didn't grab this man pickle and he done rejected me. I'm telling y'all. The same people you meet on the way up will always be the same mother hunchies you meet on the way down. You can never get so comfortable in a situation where you slip. What do they call it? Is it lacking in Chicago? Something like that? Well, lacking is just something they use across the board, but I know specifically they use the term lacking in Chicago. I think if I'm wrong, Chi-Town, y'all can go ahead and correct me. You know, if you caught lacking, you can correct me. But the thing about Ashley, what pissed me off is that bitch got a lot of mouth. And I understand that when you're young and in your 20s, you always got a lot to say. You think that the universe is missing something without your intellect or your insight on a certain situation. Because in your 20s, you really do believe that you know every fucking thing. You know that? You really do. And I keep telling y'all, in y'all 30s, you feel like you've been through enough so that you got the wherewithal to speak on certain subjects. And then in your 40s, you realize that you don't know shit. In your 50s, you realize in life that you still learning. You really don't become wise enough to give advice and have something productive and able to give that wisdom that the universe needs until you 70, 80. But them goddamn 20-year-olds, I'm telling you, that daggone Ashley Darby. And I'm wondering to myself, Ashley, bitch, did you even know what was going on with him? Did you even know this? Because it's a good chance that she knew that was her husband's pickle. And she was like, hurry up, let me hurry up and get this gay man's baby. You know, because I've been asked before to be a bird before too, you know, and I've been asked to be a bird before too. And it's actually with somebody who is actually a celebrity, to be quite honest with you. It's just that I knew him when we were younger, right? So, you know, things were happening in his life. People was like, Nay, do you know your ex is da-da-da? I didn't pay no mind because, you know, I just didn't pay no mind. I'm not really a judgmental person. I really didn't give a fuck because who he was sleeping, he wasn't sleeping with me no more, so I didn't give a fuck. But then later on in life, we rekindled a friendship. Y'all know I never get rid of none of my exes. I believe that, you know, you never burn a bridge because you never know when you had to go back across, bitch. You never know. But he asked me, Nay, you know my situation at home. You know, I would love to marry you. Would you end up being mine? I said, you sure you want to marry me? He was like, you know my situation. I'm like, well. And actually, my ex wasn't gay. He's actually bi. Actually. So that's wrong for me to say it. But anyway, he wanted me to be a bird, girl. He wanted me to be a bird. And I said, no, I want love. I don't want birds. I want love. So, getting back to that old Ashley Darby, I said, that hussy probably knew. How many of y'all think that hussy knew? I think she knew. Because that's why she was pressing him out, let's have a baby. Because it was just something cold about him this past season. He was very cold and disconnected. And then this, y'all, because when we left the season off before the reunion, his ass was like, oh no, you need to get yourself together. I ain't having no baby by you. You're not about to set me up or whatever. And then when he got on that Real Housewives of Potomac reunion, it flipped. Oh yes, that's my baby. We've been working on a baby for months now. Yes, but it didn't work out. You know, I'm sorry that you had a miscarriage, Ashley. I am truly sorry, baby. I am so sorry. But anyway, getting back to the jokes. Yes, we having a baby. We working on it. We gonna work on it. She's gonna be my baby mama. I said to myself, and what the hell made this change come about, Mr. and Mrs. Ashley Darby? Well, you know what it was? It was because he was back there to the back green room squeezing on pickles. That's what the hell happened. I'm telling you. Guys, we seeing Steve Harvey. We seeing his whole world. That nigga was on top of his game. Do you hear me? Marjorie Harvey was sitting on the lap of luxury. Do you hear me? Marjorie Harvey ain't has nothing to worry about, okay? Till the shit started crumbling. Wait a minute, I can't. Oh no, Jesus, no, I can't go this way. This is trafficker. But anyway, I mean, you can't never, ever be so settled, you know, and stay humble. Life will humble you. You know how God works. God, he has a sense of humor like no other. Have you ever had it where you just woke up in the morning and your life is so jacked up that you like this God? You real funny. You funny, God. I know what you're doing, God. You're trying to check your boo. But I got you, baby. I can withstand this because I know this is just a test because you got something so much better for me. And what I hope is when Ashley Darby comes back, I hope that changes her. Because you know you always have to go through something devastating to check you and to put you in your place and to realize who is running this situation for real. Now I know y'all be like, nay, your mouth is terrible and all of that stuff, but don't forget, I'm a preacher's daughter, okay? I know my religion and I love my God. Always remember, no matter how high and mighty you are, no matter how big you are, no matter how fat your bank account is, no matter how big your house, how expensive your car, if God chooses, he will snatch that shit from up under you. Now, remember this. The same people you meet on the way up will always be the same people you meet on the way down. Naysayers, my patron love. Have a good one. Deuce.